The first thing you notice when you arrive in one of the most expensive zip codes in the United States isn't the mansions, the cars, or the manicured streets. It's the calm. No rush. No noise. Just a quiet confidence in the air, as if everyone here already knows they've made it. When Jonathan Reed drove through the gates of his neighborhood in Atherton, California, he felt something deeper than pride. He felt arrival. In these zip codes, an address isn't just a location, it's a signal. Life in America is often defined by upward movement. Better jobs, better schools, better neighborhoods. But the most expensive zip codes exist beyond that chase. They are the final layer where ambition settles into control. Jonathan remembered the years he spent in apartments overlooking highways, dreaming of silence. Now, silence greeted him every morning. Streets were wide, trees older than most cities, and neighbors rarely asked what you did for a living, because at this level, success was assumed. These zip codes aren't expensive because of the homes alone. They are expensive because of what they remove. Traffic, chaos, uncertainty, exposure. In places like Beverly Hills, Tribeca, Palm Beach, and Greenwich, life is engineered to feel insulated from volatility. Security is invisible but absolute. Privacy is respected, not advertised. Even the air feels curated. And that's when Jonathan realized the truth. People don't pay for luxury here, they pay for predictability and peace. In the most expensive zip codes, mornings don't start with alarms. They start with light filtering through oversized windows. Coffee is sipped slowly. Schedules are flexible. Time bends differently when urgency is no longer the boss. Jonathan understood that elite living wasn't about excess. It was about removing friction from life. The address didn't just change where he lived, it changed how he thought. By midday the zip code came alive, but subtly. No crowds. No chaos. Just movement with purpose. Drivers yielded without impatience. People greeted each other with nods, not curiosity. In America's most expensive zip codes, there are unwritten rules. You don't overshare, you don't intrude, and you don't perform. Wealth here is quiet because performance is unnecessary. Jonathan noticed how different relationships felt. Neighbors weren't competing, they were coexisting. Many were CEOs, investors, heirs, and innovators, but titles rarely surfaced. Conversations revolved around ideas, not achievements. Opportunities didn't need to be chased, they emerged organically. A casual walk could lead to a partnership. A shared school event could connect families whose influence spanned industries. In these zip codes, networking happens without intention because proximity does the work. What truly separates these areas is access. Not just to luxury but to decision makers, resources, and information. Schools attract families who value long-term thinking. Healthcare is discreet and world-class. Services anticipate needs before they're expressed. Everything functions smoothly because the system is built for people whose time is considered invaluable. In these neighborhoods, convenience isn't a perk, it's a standard. Jonathan realized that living here subtly reshaped behavior. Stress diminished. Patience increased. Choices felt clearer. When your surroundings are stable, your mind becomes strategic instead of reactive. That's why people fight so hard to enter these zip codes and stay for generations. They're not just buying homes, they're buying a lifestyle that supports sustained success. As evening settled in, Jonathan stood on his terrace overlooking a neighborhood that glowed softly under streetlights designed not to intrude. He thought about how far he had come, and what this zip code truly represented. Life in the most expensive zip codes in the USA isn't about luxury for today. It's about positioning for tomorrow. Here, families think in decades. Homes are passed down. Relationships deepen. Children grow up surrounded by stability, opportunity, and quiet confidence. They learn early that success doesn't need to be loud. That real power is consistency. That where you live can shape how you live, think, and lead. Jonathan understood that money opened the door, but mindset kept you inside. These zip codes don't guarantee happiness, but they remove many obstacles that prevent it. They create space for focus, health, family, and vision. And in a country built on motion, these neighborhoods offer something rare: stillness with momentum. As night fell, the streets remained peaceful, secure, untouched. Jonathan smiled, knowing that the true value of his address wasn't its price, it was its impact on his life. Because in the most expensive zip codes in America, luxury isn't measured in square footage or status. It's measured in how effortlessly life flows when everything around you is designed to support excellence. And that is the quiet truth few ever say out loud. The most powerful upgrade isn't what you own, it's where you choose to live.